another week on TVC's weekly program Prime Watch. Hello and welcome. I'm Ivy Kano. In this edition, from Oyo, 3-year-old Omolade Abdusalam is rescued after spending 2 days in Kidnappers' Den, and in Ondo State Police parade suspected armed robbers, while in Zamfara Task Force recovers more than 300 cows. And back here in Lagos, victims of armed robbery attack come face to face with the attackers. We also have our usual Vox Pop segment. Our first stop will be at Oyo, where a 3-year-old girl, Omolade Abdusalam, who was forcefully abducted from her parents' home in Agbebi area of Ibadan, was reunited with her parents after spending 2 days in the Kidnappers' Den. Commissioner of Police in charge of the state, Leyo Yebade, made this known during a parade of suspects at the State Police Command headquarters. Olutayo Famous School was there.
Suspects on parade here at the police headquarters in Elele, Ibadan. Despite the risk of losing their lives, criminals hardly turn a new leaf. This is the pathetic story of a young man who connived with his friend to abduct his niece for ransom. Ignoring the innocence of the 3-year-old child, Olayinka Taiwo and his accomplice, who is now at large, denied innocent Omolade Abdusalam the love and warmth of her parents for 2 days. Now, it's time to pay for partaking in criminal activities.
My friend, I told him that this is my sister's husband. Anytime I asked for money, you say he didn't have. And my friend just told me that he know what to do, because my friend said he knows what to do, that he said he knows what to do, that he knows what to do to give me money. I said, okay. That's on Tuesday, that thing happened. He came around in the night, around 7:30, with the children, with the daughter, with the Chaisha. She bring the girl. I told her why she went to bring the girl. She told me not me ask for money from him that he didn't give me. I told him yes, I'm the one, but why I didn't told you to bring the girl here, but I sat down, he ran away. I wanted to carry the girl. He just tell me to give him my sister's number.
Olayinka and his runaway accomplice were bent on fleecing Omolade's mom of her hard-earned cash. The mother of the 3-year-old child says she was distraught when she discovered that her daughter could not be found. Her heart was indeed shattered when it was discovered that her relative was the mastermind of the abduction. This young man, who is an employee of a new generation bank, attempted to break into the bank's vault, perhaps gripped by a desire to break free from the shackles of poverty. He claimed he was led by a spirit to commit the crime.
I'm on duty, me and my colleagues. Okay. So my colleague take an excuse that he's not feeling fine. So I now tell him that you should go and race. So immediately when my friends go, something come in my mind. I did not decide it, and I'm not thinking it before. Something just come in my mind. I just carry ladder and stunned. Go and climb ceiling and begin the breaking the.
And you were hearing the voice that was calling you?
Yes, I'm hearing the voice when police people, they are calling security. I'm the one that I jumped down, come and open the gate for them. And they asked me what is happening. I said nothing. They said they are hearing noise of breaking something. I told them that it's not here. But they told me that, okay, what happened to me that all over my body is weight. And then get me arrested and told me that I must go and show them what is happening. Immediately when we get inside, I see ladder that I climb up.
This 60-year-old man is a fake legal practitioner who had been practicing as a qualified lawyer for decades. The suspect, who claims to have graduated from the Lagos State University, revealed that he had handled several cases. The fake lawyer gives an insight into his heyday in the legal profession.
Once I studied law,
Okay.
and I tried to enter into School of Law 3 times.
What's your first degree?
So if you had reference, how did you get your degree?
No, what's your first degree?
Yeah, continue.
BLL.
Okay. So you said you are not a real lawyer.
All right. When did you relocate to Ibadan?
Your first degree is BLA.
LLB.
Sorry, sir, can you just summarize it? You said you are not a real lawyer. So what happened? Why are you portraying yourself as one when you are not a real one? What can you say about that?
Well, I started it with the intention to go to school of law.
Okay.
With your reference, you have the existing.
Continue.
But unfortunately, I could not.
The Commissioner of Police is an advocate of community-based policing mechanism. He emphasized that the successes recorded by the command would not have been possible without the cooperation of the public. He wants improved partnership with the cops.
But I want to say that as we are blocking, they are going also to look for other routes. We will not relent in our efforts to ensure that we put Oyo State in the place that development will thrive with appropriate security measures in place.
The police also paraded a syndicate which specialized in hijacking trucks laden with petroleum products. The police warned criminally minded individuals to stay clear of the state, or they'll be made to face the full wrath of the law.
Now, Nolinka is that kind of brother you don't want to have. Well, that's what life has turned into, where one has to be wary even of family members. From Oyo, we'll be joining Ayodeji Morade in Ondo State, southwest Nigeria, where he said the police have apprehended 4 armed robbery suspects who specialized in breaking houses and shops. The command is also investigating the alleged picking of used sanitary towels of students of Federal Government School College Akure from West Beans for ritual purposes.
They specialized in breaking shops and houses in Ayedu quarters of Akure metropolis. For months, they raided Ayedu with impunity, carting away their belongings. But their reign of terror is over as the long hand of the law has caught up with them. Police detectives raided the area and arrested 4 of the suspects. The State Commissioner of Police who paraded the suspects gave an insight into their nefarious activities.
On the 25th night, a barber who hails from Ondo State and stays at Ayedu quarters here in Akure locked his shop and went home. 26th morning, he returned to find this shop has been broken into, his generator sets and several other valuables, including a Nokia handset, were stolen. He immediately reported the case at Okuta Elerinla police station within the area command of Akure Police. Having reported the case, the police from that division swung into action. And as God would have it, the telephone handset that was stolen was taken to a repairer's shop who is a relation of the victim of this crime of breaking and stealing. The relation, having identified the handset as belonging to his brother, called his brother and accompanied him to the police station. Arising from that information, several arrests were made, including the persons you see there. There is one of them, Oyinlola Ilesami Amos, who specializes in issuing receipts to cover up stolen goods so that persons who are purchasing them will think they are genuine.
Some of the items recovered from the suspect were generator sets, fans, mattresses, handsets, CD players, among others. Some of the suspects reacted to the accusation by the police.
I am a generator repairer. When they bring the stolen generator to me, I will clean it up and help them display it for sale.
One boy called Olariwaju, but I know him as Amos, as promised.
A boy called Olariwaju came to my shop to collect my invoice to issue for the goods I did not sell to him.
On the issue of those arrested for picking the sanitary parts of the students of Federal Government Girls College Akure from waste bins for ritual purposes, the police boss says the matter is being investigated.
The students alleged that they discovered that some of their cleaners were picking up items from the dustbin. And it is an ongoing issue. We've been able to get at some of the cleaners for interrogation, and we are investigating. It is not conclusive yet.
The police commissioner has vowed to get to the root of the matter.
What a thing to steal. Mattresses, I'm actually interested in the outcome of the sanitary towel investigations because one gets to hear all manner of stories associated with that. Ayo, please keep a tab on that story for us. In Zamfara State, northwest Nigeria, Ibrahim Issa tells us that the task force against cattle rustling has arrested 22 suspected cattle thieves, recovered more than 300 cows, 105 sheep, and 22 donkeys.
Like wildfire in the dry season, cattle rustling is spreading rapidly in the northwestern part of Nigeria. Zamfara State has now joined other states in the northwest zone, battling against the heinous act. The Police Special Task Force against cattle rustling has seized 310 cows, 105 sheep, and 22 donkeys from 22 suspected rustlers in the state. The goal of the police is to make it difficult for the bandits to continue to operate in the state and ultimately desist from their undesirable activities.
Definitely, this is a warning signal for them. That Zamfara State is not a place for them to stay. They either forsake their arm or they leave the Zamfara State.
Many of the rustlers were arrested in the forest surrounding Zamfara State and some in their homes. The paraded suspected cattle thieves spoke to TVC News.
Before, I don't have even a toy gun, but I later got my 2 rifles from the blacksmith. I was caught with the guns. I only have them. I'm praying that God protect his people against cattle rustling. I know I will die. Since I was born, I've not been caught a thief. I didn't do anything. I was brought to the police headquarters as a result of destiny. I'm only a displaced person, a migrant. I was arrested while on my way to get some food.
Cattle rustling began many years ago in northwestern Nigeria, and since then, the authorities have been confronting the brigands who often kill defenseless herdsmen. Abdulaziz Yari is the governor of Zamfara State. He told newsmen that more than 17,000 cattle were recovered from thieves in recent years and returned to their owners.
We have recovered over 17,000 head of cattle, and we have been using the committee to take them back to the owners accordingly, and we're going to do the same.
The governor reiterated his administration's determination to tackle the menace of cattle rustling in Zamfara State until victory is achieved.
We have been experiencing this in 2012, 2013, but those that are in the act, in the field of this act, they should know today we're in 2016. and it's the new administration. It's part of a promise that immediately you have the new administration in place, this kind of mess will be a history. So they shouldn't take us for granted that government is folding its arm. We are going to pursue them seriously. We must have a relative peace in the country and in the state and in the region. This is compulsory for us to go by because it's one of the key primary important issue to maintain the lives and property of the citizens.
Zamfara State Police Command also recovered from the suspected cattle thieves 12 motorbikes, 3 AK-47 rifles, a locally made revolver, a pump-action gun, a quarter-sized rifle and 20 cutlasses. Residents of Zamfara State are hopeful that the heinous act of cattle rustling would soon be a thing of the past in the state.
And back here in Lagos, 2 women came forward to identify paraded robbers as those that robbed their houses.
We went to rob, and of course, swift response of the police led to the arrest of 4 of them with the items that they recovered. One of the 4 that were arrested is a female. And of course, by the time you see them, the female member is their spy, who used to go and identify areas where they would carry out their attack. And of course, by the time you see them, for you to know what we're talking about, you look at their body. Our boys or girls have a mark with which they are identified, and you will see the mark of them.
I just came for my baby, please. Then I call you and say they don't catch my husband. And I go to police station by myself. Then I said because of me they catch my husband. I said because of me for what? And I said they said that it's this boy that we already that said that the person that's come and rob that because the person is living at our street and the mommy is selling rice here. Her name is Ahmed. So then I said that I know the place that the person is living. That is what I'm here. I just came back from Abeokuta yesterday.
They say you are the one that used to give the information on where to rob.
For where me? I'm not around there.
What do you do?
Lenny hairdresser.
There is one bros in our area. He sent me and this guy message to help her to go and call someone on
What's the boy's name?
Ahmed. He sent us message and I told him that I'm waiting for my wife, I can't go. And I went to go and call this boy in the place that is doing Indomie. But that man sent me that I should help her to call one guys for uncompleted building, but I can't go because of my wife. This one now went to go and call them. When she went to go and call them, and I went to go and sleep. I didn't know anything about it. See, we are asleep. They took me to jail. The person that stand for me, that about where I'm sleeping. They won't come and wake me because Stone sent me message.
So wait, you didn't go to robbery?
Yes.
What did this boy they do?
That day for 10 o'clock, this person come call me say, abeg, help me call somebody for that place. So as I go say, as I read there, I see 5 people there. I say, SP, they call you. They follow me. I said, this one, where this one dey? I say this one. I say, people will say me I go call, I ain't be this. So I ask him. I just go out. Ask him.
After I watch Chelsea match finish, I've drunk. And immediately I've drunk finish as I'm coming like this, and I don't have stress again, and I slept in the front of this people's house. That is where I forgot myself. I slept. Immediately in the midnight that I will wake up, that I want to be seen, I just saw some 2 guys that come and took my money and my phone. Immediately I'm pursuing them like this. They enter this woman's yard. As I pursued them, enter this woman's yard, and I just saw 3 people from the house gathered out, started to be beating me that I came there to come and steal.
We saw him
coming to our house. We saw him jump into our house. We don't even know. He has already entered one room there and took one phone. And he tried to come and pack the remaining one. Before he meets someone on the road, he's talking as if he's living in our yard. The heat is too much. The heat is too much. And I wake up. I say, who are you? I'm talking to that my brother. Who is this one that is talking to you? He said he didn't know him. I want to sleep. The heat is too much. I said, who are you? I'm not telling that my brother. This is a thief now. How can you enter our yard? How can you enter through where? He said through the main door. I said they have locked the main door. I'm not trying to come down from the upstairs. He's trying to come down gradually. When we come down, I said, where did you pass? He said through the main door. And I look by side, I can see that the door is locked. Immediately I called all day, now run away.
So they came to our house, they break our door, they come in. They beat one of my sisters, they collect our phones, our money, everything in that house. They robbed 2 houses at that street, Yalode, number 15th.
Yalode is where?
As a Agege.
Okay. Brave ladies, you say, finally we'll leave you with our Vox Pop segment.
Bail is free, but in Nigeria, bail is not free. Yeah? You see policemen collecting money for bailing, you know, a minor thing, they'll tell you to bring money. So in Nigeria, it is not free. By right, it's meant to be free.
It is not really true. We all know that. We all know it. We know the bureaucracy. We know the game they are playing in Nigeria. It's not free. And I don't know how we can easily cop that. But I rely so much on you media people, whether by saying it here and there every day, they may change, but it's not free.
When you enter into the police station, you see police is your friend, bail is free. But once you are arrested and they put you at the back of the counter or inside the cell, coming out, you will not come out free. You must settle them something or pay with something before you can come out of the police station. So how is it free? Bail is not free in Nigeria. Let them forget what they are telling us about bail is free. It is not free.
Well, I don't actually understand the statement bail is free because you always have to pay to bail somebody out. I know here in Lagos that once you get arrested, you have to bring a relative and you will pay before they release the person. So I don't think the word bail is free is something I don't understand.
Bail is not free because there are so many times I've had an experience of being to police to go and bail someone and they do collect money. So bail is not free. I don't think so. They are just lying. Bail is not free.
What they write there is bail is free, but in reality it is not free. I think we Nigerians, we should stop deceiving ourselves. Because I've been to several police stations to bail people. And I will go there and say it's free, written boldly. It depends on the station you go. They will ask you to, the latest one I went, I was asked to bring 20,000 just to bail one of my brother who involved himself in fighting with somebody. In case of fighting, and I was asked to pay 20,000. I told the DP I can't pay. It's too much. Come down. So he brought it down to 10,000. At the end, I settled with him and I bailed the boy out of the place.
I don't really agree with the police that bail is free, because actually, if you go there, bails are not free. We kind of paid. We pay them for bails. They let us understand that bail is free to the public, but inside it is not free. But it will be better if it's free, so that there are some crimes that are not crime. That you just go there and you just write up and you bail the person out, rather than going through process and so on. I don't think bail is free in Nigeria.
No, I'm not. Bail is not free. They don't bail for free in Nigeria here because I believe the policemen, right, in this country, everything is all about money. And in my own cases, when I was driving from a Kotun down to Sele Express, which they stopped me for no reason and asked for it. And I had to drop it because I was running late for a meeting.
No, that if the person has money. If the person doesn't have anybody to bail him, then it should be free. No, it shouldn't be free. Because if it's free, then people will keep committing and they know that they can get out free and they keep committing.
That's a wrap on today's edition. Till next week, I'm Ivy Kano. Do have a crime-free week.